A competitive biker crashed and suffered injuries so severe that he was in a coma for more than a month. We first told you about Parker Norris in late June when doctors were certain he wasn't going to make it. Now he and his mother are talking to TV5.
You know, you couldn't even tell it was him half the time. So many tubes.
Sherry Norris is breathing easy after her son Parker recovered from the horrific crash. The Flushing native crashed his bike and was ran over by another biker during a race in Indiana, seriously injuring his lungs, chest, and ribs. Going pro at 16, Parker says he understands the risk of racing, but never imagined how bad they could be. His memory of that day stops at the moment of impact.
I remember driving there and that morning sitting in staging waiting to go in. But everything after that, I don't remember.
Doctors repeatedly told his family to expect the worst, but surgery after surgery and night after sleepless night, Parker's condition gradually improved. Now Parker's undergoing physical therapy several times a week. He says he's confident that one day he will get back on a bike.
I will get back on one. I'm not too eager for it.
Parker is switching to a type of physical therapy not covered by insurance, so his family is holding a fundraiser for him on September 22nd at Racey's Harley-Davidson in Lapeer. Still unfolding this morning, detectives are trying to solve a mystery. Whose remains were found in the woods? They were discovered Sunday in Saginaw County's Chapin Township. Investigators tell TV5 they belong to a man who may have died 5 years ago, but they have no missing person reports out of that area, making the case even more tricky.
There are numerous missings from around Saginaw County, but again, you're in a location. It could be Genesee, Saginaw, Shiawassee, Gratiot, or it could be from some totally different location.
Investigators are sending the remains to Texas for DNA analysis. We'll keep you updated when we learn more. Police continue to investigate this morning after a crash in Flint Township last night. They responded after a vehicle reportedly struck a 43-year-old Flint Township man on Graham Road north of Corona Road. He was critically injured in the crash. Police say the man was in the roadway when he was struck by the driver, a 44-year-old Flint Township man. Speed and alcohol do not appear to be factors in the crash. If you witnessed the crash or have any information, please contact Flint Township Police. Governor Rick Snyder has appointed the director of the Office of Children's Ombudsman to serve as watchdog for the state's child welfare system. Orlean Hawks will lead the review and improvement process for Children's Protective Service after a scathing audit. The Auditor General's report found many deficiencies, including failing to launch complete investigations and required timeframes and not referring investigations to prosecutors. Michigan's child welfare system has been under court oversight for a decade. The state's extended the deadline for medical marijuana business licenses again. The governor signed new emergency rules allowing 108 facilities to operate into December, as long as they've secured local approval. 98 businesses will be sent cease and desist letters if they're still open after this weekend, did not request a license, or failed to move to a second step. This is the third time the state's changed deadlines as it works to implement a 2016 state license law. 37 businesses have been licensed or approved for one. New this hour, the Environmental Protection Agency has proposed rolling back limits on methane gas. The proposal on the EPA website would weaken a 2016 rule on energy companies' leak inspections on their drilling equipment. Oil and gas drillers currently must fix methane leaks within 30 days. The new rule gives the company 60 days to comply. Scientists say the greenhouse gas contributes to global warming. New details in the investigation of sex abuse in the Roman Catholic Church. The Archbishop of Washington will meet with Pope Francis and could resign. Cardinal Donald Wuerl is under fire for his handling of accusations against priests when he led the Diocese of Pittsburgh. He's also accused of knowing about sexual abuse claims against his predecessor as Archbishop of Washington. Wuerl has defended his record but has admitted to making errors in judgment. New this morning, if you think teens spend far too much time texting and not enough time talking, some researchers agree. A new study from Common Sense Media reveals teens prefer texting with their friends over talking face-to-face. The study found 35% of those surveyed would prefer talking with text, compared to 32% who would rather talk in person. Back in 2012, 49% preferred talking, while 33% would rather text. 89% of teens surveyed say they have a smartphone, which is more than double the number in 2012. TV5 News time is 6:37. She pleaded no contest after a crash left a local man dead. Today, she's scheduled to learn her fate. An auto shop tries its hand at recreating some movie magic. We take a look at some of their famous rides. And if you are heading out in the Flint area, taking I-69 this morning, we are seeing traffic picking up for the morning commute, but we are accident-free at this hour. You're watching TV5 Wake Up. We'll be right back.